Hi there, I've shown you previously how to build this HTML page. Now a page like this one is not very inspiring, so what I'd like to do now is dive deeper and show you how to create a richer page like this one. As you can see, it looks like a little profile page about me and it contains richer content. So let's go back to JSBin and create this page from scratch. So here I am back in JSBin. I've opened up a new page. So let's start creating. The first thing I'll do is change the title of our page to something more meaningful. Meet Andrew, for example. If you recall, on that page I showed you, we had my name in nice big letters. And we can achieve this using the HTML heading elements in the body of my page. Now HTML5 defines 6 heading levels, H1 to H6. With H1 being the most important heading, and it is rendered in a larger font than all others. So I'll add my name using a H1 header. Here I type in this tag H1, and I have to close my tag, and in between I'll just go ahead and write my name. And as you can see on the right hand side, my name displays in nice big letters. Before moving on, let's try to put the original page that I showed you, my little profile page, side by side with this JSBin page so we can see exactly what I'm talking about as we move along. So to do that, I'll just take this page, I'll move it over and just align it up to the side of my window. And let me see, I can make this one a lot smaller. Now the next thing to work on is adding an image to our page. We do this using the img or image tag. I'll just add one here. As you can see, this is a self-closing tag, meaning you don't have an end tag. Inside the image tag, we'll use some attributes to set up our image. And the first one I'm going to use is the alt attribute. Now the alt attribute specifies alternate text for the image, which is very important in 2 scenarios. If for some reason the image you define can't be loaded, the page will at least show this text. It's also used by screen reading software to help describe to those that are visually impaired what is being shown in the image. So make sure the text is descriptive. In this case, I'll just write a picture of Andrew Byrne. The next attribute to use is the src or source attribute. And this attribute tells the HTML page the location of the image by specifying a URL. So I'll just paste the location of my image into this source attribute, and there you go. So you see the image has appeared, but it is very big. So let's restrict the dimensions of the image using another attribute. This time we'll use the width attribute. Here I'll just specify a width for the image, and as you can see, that has restricted the width, and therefore because of the aspect ratio also the height of the image to this particular size. And there you have it, a picture displaying on our page. Okay, it's time to add some text to the page. Let me introduce the paragraph and break tags for that purpose. So as its name suggests, the paragraph tag delimits a paragraph on your page. Let's add a paragraph tag and type some text inside it. So here I have a paragraph tag, and I'll just inside it, I'll just copy and paste for the sake of time some text. As you can see, the text wraps on the page, but if I want to add an actual new line, you think I might need to just simply hit enter and start typing. So let's try to add some more text. If I go into my HTML and I hit at the end of this line, if I hit enter or return and start typing, what you can see is that the new line wasn't recognized in the output. It's still in the same line as the previous text. It's just wrapped on this page because of the size of this window, but it's still on the same line, as you can see. So the solution to this problem is to use another paragraph element nested inside this one, Or more simply, I can use the break self-closing tag as follows. So just before this particular sentence, if I just put in the break tag, it will move that to a new line, and I can have as many of those as I like inside my paragraphs and inside my text. So there's some text I've added to my profile page. We're making really good progress now, so let's look at this subheading. If you recall, I mentioned that HTML5 defines a number of default heading levels. So this time we're going to go ahead and we'll use a H2 header as follows. So just here I'll say H2, and inside it I'll add my text. Great. Now let's list my hobbies using an unordered list. I'll just go outside of this heading tag, and here I'll use the UL element using the UL tag. So that's an unordered list, and it should contain a list of, well, list items represented by the LI tag. So first one I'll add is swimming, and then I'll add another one, learning, and last but not least in this list I'll add spending time with family and friends. And that's my list, and as you can see, it's a bulleted list of items at the moment. If I want to make it an ordered list, I just change this UL tag to OL. And as you can see over in the output, it's actually changed it to an ordered list. Of course, now that this is an ordered list, I think I'll go ahead and change my priorities. So there you go. Now we have the page, and it's got this list of my hobbies ordered exactly as I have them over here in the original page. Our page is looking really good now, so the last thing to do is to add that link at the end to my Twitter page. Now you see lots of links like this in HTML pages, and when you click on one, such as this one, the browser takes you to that link's destination. In this case, it's my Twitter page. Okay, so let's go back to the HTML editing. Links, also called hyperlinks, are added to a page using the A tag. I'll start a new paragraph first and add some text. And here I'll say something like, come say hello on Twitter at. Okay, so in line with this text, I'm going to add the A tag as follows. Now to tell the browser where to navigate to once the link is clicked, I'll define the href attribute. href equals, and I'll just add in the URL or the destination address of the page to which I want to navigate. In this case, my Twitter account. So that's the href. And then what I need to do is to add some link text, and I do that by adding my Twitter handle, in this case, between the opening and closing tags for the hyperlink. And there you go, you can see that the link has been created on the page. So that's it, we have our page replicated, looks exactly like the one that I showed you at the start, and we've introduced a lot of different HTML elements and tags. So why don't you try this out yourselves?